Tottenham's past mistakes will not be rectified if they sack manager Thomas Frank after just 6 months in charge. That is according to ex-Everton, Aston Villa, and Aberdeen chief executive Keith Wyness, speaking exclusively to Football Insider, who believes Spurs must stick by the former Brentford boss. Spurs fans have shared their frustrations at Frank amid a recent run of underwhelming results and performances. Christian Romero netted a 95th-minute equaliser to salvage Spurs a 2-2 draw against Newcastle, with the North London club sitting 11th in the Premier League table. No short-term solution as Spurs. Everton's former chief Keith Wyness, who served as CEO at Goodison Park between 2004 and 2009 and now runs a football consultancy advising elite clubs, is sticking by Frank to turn Spurs' form around. Speaking on the new edition of Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, Wyness believes it is the first test for the club since Daniel Levy stepped down as executive chairman. He told Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, "Well, I was actually sparing a penny for Daniel Levy's thoughts as he was looking in. You can imagine from the outside right now thinking, listen, they now know what it's like, and Daniel's had years of this sort of criticism, but look. This is their first real test of the new ownership and the Lewis family and also the new executive team that's in place and the new board. This is their first real test and they have got to stick with Thomas Frank. In my opinion, there's no doubt about it. This is not going to be a short-term situation. Again, there are years of some mistakes that have got to be corrected and it does take a while to get things sorted out. Everybody looks short-term at things like, did he get his substitutions right in certain games, etc. But there is a much bigger picture that has to be looked at, and I think Thomas Frank is the right guy to get that resolved. Frank's job as Spurs is safe until the new year, with the club still only 5 points off the Champions League places. Spurs face Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Liverpool and Crystal Palace in the Premier League, and Slavia Prague in the Champions League, before 2026. Frank will be expected to put together a positive run of results in those fixtures, otherwise pressure from supporters on the Dane will continue to grow.